Hi from the other world, Moldiar here. So, going on with Dodger. We are finishing it up today. We have most of the logic done. We have most of the graphics done. I created some sounds for the generic encounters. We will add good nodes as points. We will make bad nodes take points from the player. We will display points. We'll make a panel for that. And yeah, that's about what we will do today. So here we have it. I decided on doing something pretty nice in regards of spawning stuff. What happened here? Why is the enemy controller and controller both here? What is pinned to this place? The controller. What? I don't know what happened here. But I will get rid of this file and rename this file as controller. Go to Unity. Let it think for a while. And replace it. Save. I don't know what happened there. Is it still working? As it is supposed to. Good. So what I was thinking is a higher spawn chance for clouds, but for everything actually, but a spawn cooldown. So that would mean we would have like a variation in spawning. No, actually, no. Only call. We'll only have cooldown. So we will change this update here to work as our... I could actually go ahead and set up a coroutine. I have it in my other project. It would look like this. Start coroutine. And that would be, let's create one here. We will change then the spawn ratio to a cooldown for our spawning. And we would do bad node spawn method, a private void enumerator actually. Enumerator, which will do exactly this, paste, and then yield return, wait for seconds, and we would add bad node spawn ratio. Am I doing this correctly? Wait for seconds, Unity. I just need to see an example. I don't need to look up the tutorial. new, wait for a second. And now we have a good way of doing that. So now we will minus this, and we will call this here. Why? Cannot convert from method group to enumerator. Whoops. Oh yeah, okay. Save. So now, instead of a chance to spawn 50 in a row, I can simply do this, and it will spawn a bad node every set amount of time. And the set amount of time will lower every time we spawn something. Now, instead of allowing the bad node to be spawned 500 times a second, I will change the spawn ratio to something like, I will modulate this actually. I will see what feels good. 2 every second. And the clouds, the same story. There will appear 1 every second. I think this will be a better approach. Now I can safely copy this code and paste it below, because now I will simply do this. Cloud spawn and copy the inside of this. And cloud spawn ratio. Boom. This is nice. My head is itching like crazy. And now do this. Cloud. Okay. This looks better because now we got rid of 2 randoms that were just falling apart in this scenario by spawning me 5,000 bad nodes in a row. Is it working though? Let's see. It spawned 1. That's cool. Let me fix that up like real quick. Debug log bad node. Yeah, bad node. And let's copy this, paste it here, cloud, save. Let's go with this. And that's it. So coroutine only spawns once. I'm looking up now. Question here. I'll just search for my problem. Coroutine stops. Yeah, Unity coroutine stops itself. This is actually what I was looking for. There is no... Oh, I need the inside of this in a while true, in a loop. So for this, close this off. That should do it. Paste and paste and save. Now this should be all I needed. Yep. But now the speed is killing me. I need to set a higher spawn ratio possible time. Therefore, let's go to the code and set it in the moving up thing. So the spawn ratio can be from 0 to 5. A lot better now. And I want one cloud every 2.5 seconds, something like that. While the bad nodes, on the other hand, should be once every second. Every 1.5 seconds. Let's overshoot it and see where we get. And yeah, this is actually good. So the clouds are in a perfect distance from each other. I'll just make them more able to stick out. Now, what I want to do as well, to make it more exciting, is placing more than one bad node at the same time. But this will be in a moment, after I finish dealing with the clouds here, and I want to move their left and right boundaries like this. So minus 1.3 would be a perfect amount for the left boundary, while 1.3 for the right. 0, 0, apply. Thank you. And now we're getting rid of you. This. And I like that. We are going somewhere with that. Now the clouds can appear anywhere. Oh, hi. I need to move. This is quite satisfying. I'm pretty happy with the effect now. And nodes will gradually appear quicker, more frequently. And this is the desired effect. What I would do only would be to make the gentleman smaller. Because right now he's big, like really big. His hitbox is atrociously big. So therefore, I will modify the hitboxes. That's another thing. But therefore, I'm going to do this at this gentleman graphic that we have now. It will be modified in the future. But this will be coming later. And see, I have a range of 0.5 on the spawn ratio, but I could change it on both bad node and the cloud because they are just children of the moving up class. I love programming. So, Next up is here, changing the points. So in the controller here, we will add the last missing bit, and this is the points. So public int points, and points is equal to 0. I will create a panel that will be displayed above, like above the gentleman. I will move the gentleman down a notch, just a little bit. Yeah, 2 will be better, not 20. What did I hit? So when we look at him here, we have space for points. So let's get nice and near to that. And let's add a panel. UI. Do you want to use UI in this scenario? Let me look GUI up again. GUI Unity. C#. I want to create a label at the top that will display my points. So yeah, I just need to go here and create a onGUI method. And inside of it, GUI dot, and I have everything here actually. Model windows, password fields, labels, everything. Sliders, text areas, text fields. This is what I'm looking for. So let me think. I want a box. Create a box on the GUI layer. A box can contain text, an image, or a combination of these along with an optional tooltip through using GUI content parameter. I want to see the overloads that I have. Rect position, content, style. Those are all things that will be... Yeah, let's go with the label first, because this is what we actually intend to have. So we give it a rect and a text. And this is actually what I will be striving for here. So new rect, get rect. If I would create an esoteric language, I would implement that, get rect. There is an esoteric language that might probably have that. Anyway, so this rect will have a position and a size. So actually, can we give it, yeah, x, y with height. Cool. So what I want to do is add it to the highermost corner. So it would be zero minus the screen width. So it would be, yeah, it would be minus screen dot width 2. it will be minus screen dot height divided by 2. It would be width size screen dot width, and it would be height for .25. 0.25 f. Yeah. Now the text it will display will be the gentleman. I am not a smart person by doing this, what I just did. Okay, so we don't see the GUI now, but we will see it in a moment. Or not. No rush. I don't need the GUI right now. Why wouldn't you appear? Okay, let's just see if it is created anywhere in the scene. No, it's not. It's just not being created. So what the heck? GUI tutorial. Please don't be a movie. Cool. GUI layout? Yeah, that would make sense. The box has the same stuff as the label. Let's try the box. Well, ignore me then. As I see in a tutorial in a guide how to use that, it should just work. So I know that my containing script is enabled. And now it should be running every frame. Let me debug that. Debug.log creating frame. I am hating myself right now for this. Creating box. Semicolon. I'll get rid of those debugs here because I know that this works. And save. Okay. No. It would seem I will probably have to go back to traditional UI. Or maybe just the numbers are off. Let me place it on a more comprehensive location. So our 0, 0 position on this background let me use the gentleman as a guide here. So minus 1.3 and 2.6. This is beyond the screen. 2.6. Eventually 2.55 or 58. Yeah, 2.58. So 2.58 would be this, the y, f. This would be 1.3, and the width would be 2.6. F, because apparently it just can't enter floats. And I will remove the space from this just to make sure that this isn't a complication for this. Please do not change anything. And by the way, I need to change the height on which the gentleman will be spawned. Using, of course, the prefab. Or not. Default height up here. 2. Save. Cool. Let's go. Yeah, it was creating blocks, but note the numbers. Oh, we have a box. We have a box, all right. It's just too small. So we know it is appearing. Yeah, I'm going to just UI. Yeah, I will probably look up some tutorials on GUI and stuff, but this is just beyond me by a little bit. So let's move our gentleman now to 2 in height, just so I know how much space I have for my canvas. So UI, panel. Boy. Panel is going to be here. It will have this as its setting. And now let's create... Nah, actually we don't need to create anything here. Let's just add text to that now. UI, text, resizing. Moving it here. Points. Let's add another text. That will be right next to the points thing. Like this. This text will be empty for points purposes. And now let's create this and this lives left, like this. Let's resize it appropriately. Cool, so now we have an indication for points and for lives left. You wouldn't think that I would add lives, but I did. Now, what I'm gonna do is just a simple dodger thing that when you hit a bad note, you lose a life. You will have 3 lives. And the gentleman, no, the controller will keep track of it. Points and public int lives equals 0, because I will set it in Unity. So controller, header, points are 0. We do not modify points here, but we modify lives here. So in the beginning, you will have 3 lives. Now, in the update method, right here, actually no, we will do a coroutine as well. So it will be private item numerator update points panel. Boom. And now I'll copy this part here. And we will call that every. Yeah, let's look at coroutines. Coroutines Unity. I want to see how I can yield return using coroutines. Let me look at that real quick. I can just yield. Yeah. So this would apply or not. Oh, it actually does work. I don't know anymore. No, I need to yield return. No, I don't need yield return. Oh, because this is the difference between Unity script and... Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. So we will do it like this, but we will set the wait for seconds to 0 to 0.1f and save. We want to update this pretty frequently. Now we need to create the panel, the 2 text fields. So public text points label, not pins, even though I would drink a beer pretty badly right now. Text lives label. Now let's implement Unity UI. Save that. Let's add those two texts, 1 and 3, to our controller. So this is the points label, and this is the lives label. Points label. Oh, sorry. Lives label. I will move those. Yeah, and this is why you should name stuff. Cool. So since we have that, now I want for lives label dot text equal lives. Do I really have to call a toString on an int? Unity, grab your shit. Also, I want points label dot text text equal points dot toString. Save. This should be implicit. Int should do a toString automatically. Okay, we're not in JavaScript. Let's update the points panel, shall we? Start coroutine. Update points panel. Semicolon, save. Okay. Now whenever we will modify those points, we are golden. And what I want to do is call a method in the controller. This will be update points, and we will actually we'll just add points, yeah, and the amount of points we want. Actually, the hitting thing will be just for the gentleman. So whenever he gets hit, I need to bound it together somehow, nicely. I'm sorry, I wasn't planning out how I want to write that at this point. So it would be easier if I just had like a merchandise, a singleton in the form of the controller that would just know where everything is. But I would create a blob by actually making it now a singleton. So what I'm gonna do is reference the gentleman here. Public gentleman. Save. Now, I'm going to add this gentleman to the controller. And save. Now, whenever he is hit, it still doesn't help me with. Yeah, actually I don't need the gentleman here then. Yeah, I do not. Yeah. So, I will call controller dot gentleman is hit and gentleman is hit, public void gentleman is hit will simply go lives minus minus. As simple as that. Do we have that? Public static void. Yeah, we have that. But lives don't need to be static as well. And I will just make points static, just to make it symmetric. So now, whenever I get hit, I will lose a life. Let me see that. Yeah, -1, -2, minus. I'm collecting just minus lives. Okay, this is nice. But I don't have lives now set. How do I want to do that? Because they need to be static, so I can change them when the gentleman is hit. But I want to change them in the Unity Inspector. Okay, simplicity's sake, I'll just set them to 3 here and forget about it. Now, I will have a method here, public static void bad node avoided. Bad node avoided will be, oh, and here we have a method that will be copied here that I will implement in a second. Node collected. And both bad node avoided and node collected will call public static void add points. So avoiding a bad node grants you 10 points. Int points. Now points plus equals points. As simple as that. And node collected grants you 50. Because in general it's like that. And now we will add the normal generic nodes. So I need to copy this part. Node spawn, save. We will call actually node, bad node, and node will have most of the same stuff. Yeah. But I still will have, like, need to create this object from scratch. So right boundary. I will add all of those in a second. Node container, node spawn ratio, save. And yeah, this is probably everything I need. Now I need to change here some stuff. Actually, I can do a space here. Paste this. Node spawn ratio. I'll just copy this part. Paste and paste. Node. And the same goes here. Note. This is actually a very convenient copy pasta what I'm doing right now, because when I copy this portion of the code and create the object for the node, like this, add class node. I'm going to bad node now. Actually, no, I don't need to. I'm just going to moving up, public class, save. And yeah, that's actually it. That's all I needed to do. Using asset scripts, save, cool. And we're done. We added a node. We need to add a node container yet. Paste and node, save. Now I know that it will be added to the node container. I know that it will have the same logic for the boundaries as the bad nodes. I know that it will be spawned at a certain ratio. Everything will be just the same. And this is what I was striving for. Now let's create a new empty object. So the canvas can collapse itself. And I can go like create to the object sprite, hider sprite, graphics, node, like this. You will be called node. Prefabs, move you here. You will have node. Cool. Now let's copy component. I cannot paste component value. So 125 1.2. Your speed will be the same. Just the same, but your spawn ratio will be the maximum. You will spawn once in a while, every 5 seconds. This will be pretty good. Yeah. And now controller needs to know what a node is. It needs to have add, create empty, and let's rename you to node container, or no, nodes, just nodes. Controller, save, and now it should just work. It should just spawn the nodes every 5 seconds. So let's go with that. For now, we don't have the collision tested. There are no nodes yet. Am I missing something? Because everything is working pretty fine right now. I'm finishing Dodger today. I'm setting more to finish it up because I'm just watering down myself right now. So what is wrong with you? 0, 0. This is nice. Apply. So yeah, you should spawn every 5 seconds. Let me destroy you. Let me save you. Let me look at the code. Oh, I'm not calling the start routine. I am dumb, 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 dumb. Save. So I was waiting for something that had no chance to actually happen. So we should collect this. Here comes another one. I will just jump in to collect it. Yeah, this is actually pretty robust at this point. Okay, so the nodes differentiate themselves by going behind the clouds. Actually, this isn't a bad behavior. Okay, I will change that. And I will change the graphic of the node to be more outstanding. Green for no, green will blend into the background. Yellow, no, too light. I need something darker. It will be okay. The bad notes will be red. Therefore, the notes a dark red, and the notes will be dark green. I will change that immediately and see the effects. So graphics. Can I modify you? Yes, PaintNet. And I will actually open up the second one using PaintNet implicitly inside. Okay. Either note. You look good. Let's just shake up your color a little bit. Please stop doing that, computer. I'm just selecting a tool now. Thank you. Now, dark red. It should be brighter. They can be brightest like this. Save. Okay, let's see how they look. Because the graphic should update immediately. So how do we see them? Yeah, this is the most bad scenario ever. Yeah, okay. Now let's open up your counterpart. Now I need to go through the new game one location, I guess. Games made by me. Dodger. Assets. Graphics. Note. Hi there. Good looking note. But this time you will be green. Lighter. Not radioactive, but green. And save. Okay. What tag do you have as a prefab? You're untagged yet. So I will add a tag. I have an enemy tag, I have a player tag, and now I will have a note tag. No. Yeah, note tag. Cool. I would actually modify this tag, but I don't think I wanna. Prefabs node. So, how can I update you? Refresh. Because this graphic is good. But, okay, anyway. So you will be node. You are enemy. Cool, yo. So now, if collider game tag blah 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 is node, then controller node collected. Save. Cool. So now the gentleman can collect notes. And actually I'll pass in a game object. I will pass in the collider game object because I want to destroy this node on collection time. the same will happen actually for this scenario. Now let's go to the controller and modify the gentleman is hit. Game object bad note. Okay. And note collected. Game object note. And yeah, this will be like destroy note. And here will be destroy bad note. Save. And now, whenever we touch a good note or a bad note with our gentleman, we should see the correct behavior. Or not. Okay, the bad notes are disappearing. And we are dying. Okay, I need to correct the layer of this and set it to 10. So they are above the clouds. Now what I need to do as well is add a collider to the node. Polygon collider, cool. Move down and apply. 0, 0, apply. And get rid of you. So now when we hit play, then there shouldn't be anything happening because the node is not a trigger. Save. Now it should actually work. Okay, so boom, 50 points. And we are dying desperately. Boom, boom, 100 points. Ah! So we have a point system now. And now we will only add the bad note avoided thing. And then we will just see for every game object that is above a certain height. Yeah, this is good. If it is above a certain height, destroy yourself. And this will be part of the moving up thing. If transform.position.y is higher than 5. Yeah, 5. 5 sounds like a good number. I don't know. If transform position.y is higher than 5, destroy this dot game object. Yeah, this word is not needed. I wanted to sound dramatic. Okay, so let's see how a node will actually behave when it is above 5. So let's see this node here. So they are actually disappearing. Let me get nice and near. So we are not cluttering the memory. Yeah, everything that's moving up just disappears after a while. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it all disappears. Okay, okie dokie. So the last thing is the avoidance. So bad note avoided is whenever a note is above a certain threshold. And this threshold is the height of this panel, actually. coincidentally. So canvas, panel. No. I'll just move this gentleman here and see for myself. So the height is here. So whenever a node reaches 2.5, we get 10 points. So moving up has its own update. But I want specifically for bad node. So bad node will use a late update because I want to call an update method, but I don't want to call the method that is using moving up because I would then override its logic, I think at least. Let's see actually if we hear both things. So I will put here a log that will say update in the bad node. So bad node will just call update. And yeah, it's just calling update. Okay, so we can safely assume that if transform.position.y is higher than 2.5, then controller dot bad node avoided. And yeah, now I think we reached the almost finished product without sounds. And without bad nodes, obviously. Where are they? They are stuck because their update isn't running. So I'm calling late update. Let's see this. Will it now work? Yes, it will. Oh, you did. Man, I should have just... Ha! Bad node avoided. If transform.position.y is higher than 2.5, then bad node avoided. This bad node will keep that track. So private bool counted will equal false. Now and counted. Counted equals counted. Cool. So now we will count it only once. The moment it reaches the point above the gentleman's head, yeah. I missed that. Okay, so this is a simple game. So we are moving left, right. Nodes are coming from the bottom. Good nodes we collect, bad nodes we try to avoid. And when we hit them, we have lives left less. Yeah, we need a loose condition. So what I'm gonna do is allow this to happen only if not game over. So this will be a public static bool game over, which will be equal to false. Now, in the update method, which I don't have now, but I'm going to do it here actually in the update points panel. If, no, after we, no, if gentleman is hit, lives minus minus, and now after, if we have 1 life left, if we have 0 lives left, and we get hit, we die. So if lives equals 0, game over equals true. Now, if game over equals true, then we don't do that. Actually, the gentleman and controller dot game over is false. Copy that. Actually, the whole part. Copy that. Paste. Save. So we can control our player, our gentleman, only if it is not a game over. This is the first primo here. So after we get hit the last time, the game over is set to true, and lives are no longer counted. We will just return at this point. Now, this will happen only if this is satisfied. We actually only care for the triggers if it is not game over. Actually, I can congregate all of this. X if paste. If not game over, do this. The same goes for this part. So copy this, paste, and another part here. So if not game over, then just do the code and we should be happy. Yeah, so we cannot control the player and the player does not collide with anything anymore. Now let's make a panel that will just state here, game over. I need to go pretty far. This is enough. Now let's add UI panel. Let's resize it like this, a little bit from this side, a little bit from this side. Both sides should be equal, 2020. Let's add a text right now to that. Text. Let's resize this text to be the same size as the panel. Game over. Now this and this. This should be bold. This should be like a 50. Okay, over exaggeration a little bit, 25. And actually, no, this will be like this. Game over. And now the second text will be text to the bottom here, like this, with a little bit smaller font. Points collected. Yeah, actually, I'll just copy this part, the points collected part, because now, no, again this thing. This will be the only thing in the update method. Update if game over, then I don't need an update method actually here. Game over equals true, and now game over panel dot set active true, game over panel text dot tag. I don't have those fields yet. Equals this. Let me place those here. Public game object, game over panel, public text, game over panel text, what? Oh, they need to, what? You need to have them static? You. How can I do that now? I could just instantiate the game over panel, like, no problem. No, it would have to be static as well. I don't know what to do right now. I'm conflicted. Static. Yes, change children. Can we do that? Yes, change children. Ah. The static, not static stuff. Yeah. Update if game over, paste this. And game over panel dot active equals false. Well, so if it is not active and it is game over, then set it to active true and set the text to points. Done. This is done. Now I just need to assign the things in the controller. Oh yeah, by the way, let's change you to this. Nice. Controller Here have a game over panel. And have a text for points. And you are now inactive. And let's play the game. Let's see if we finished Dodger by hitting 3 times bad note. 2, 4 times actually. Boom. Game over. I cannot move. I need to stop. Yeah, points collected 60. That's it. But I need to stop collecting points for this scenario. So bad note avoided. And not counted. And controller dot game over. Save. Okay. And I guess that this is finished. We have a game where we can fly around as a gentleman, collect notes, avoid bad notes. Like this, yeah. And now it's smoother. This would be a maneuver, yeah. So you just need to make a tactical way of collecting the green notes. So this is an idea you can expand upon. You can just fly around, collect those notes. This is an idea you can expand upon. Let me just park in here. This was nice. Oh, I have 1 life left. I'm terrible at this game already. I just created it. I'm terrible at it. Okay, 1,000 points. That wasn't intended. Yeah, the controls are smooth. I don't say that I have any complaints on that. The game is pretty easy. The notes are just coming at me. I'm just falling, collecting the good ones. I have only 1 life left. Yeah. If it only had music in the background, but I think adding music to it would take another stream, and I will debate on that. I will think if I want to add music to it. Sounds, maybe. Music, that would be a different episode for that. Yeah, but the game itself is finished. So I will just crash here. 2070. Without the N at the end. If it had an N at the end, that would be 2017 and it would be our year. I don't know why I did that analogy. So, yeah, we completed Dodger. I will, in the next few, actually tomorrow probably, before the next stream, I will set up a screenshot of this game, add it to the thumbnail, which is just temporary, believe me. Create a repository, make it public, throw this game into itch.io, link up to my streams. You can download the game, play it by yourself. I will do a lot of stuff with it tomorrow. I hope. Tomorrow is a game jam at my location. Hold on to that thought. I don't think I will be able to stream tomorrow and the day after. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. There's a high probability that tomorrow's stream will be Monday's stream. And yeah, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this. Leave a comment if you liked what you saw. The creation of a simple game from start to finish that actually isn't so bad graphically, I hope. In the right-hand corner of a playlist with all the other episodes, you have a link to the previous episode. I will soon create a playlist with... Actually, I should make a list of things that I need to do. Boy, I'm promising stuff here. Let's open up Trello. I'll just type things on my own private board on Trello, what I need to do. So while I'm in the zone with this, I need to create a playlist. Load sooner, load quicker. Boards. I'm getting bored already by your speed, Trello. Yeah, I have a board called other stuff. This sounds pretty amazing. Okay, add to list, add a list, stuff to do, add a card, and this will be after stream stuff. Now I will add a checklist here. Checklist, add, no name. This will be playlist for Dodger episodes and for Let's Make a Classic Game episodes. Now, the next thing I promised is public repository for Dodger. Build for download on itch. Yeah. Links on itch to stream. Make music episode question mark. I will not link my private Trello. Yeah, that would be it. So, I have a list of things I need to do, so thank you everybody so much for watching again. Have a nice evening. I am Moldiar, and see you in the other world.